Now Cousy looking for the breaking man. There it is with Sanders deflected by Johnny Kerr. Many rebounds. Cousy flying. Cousy behind the back of the crowd oohing and ahhing.
Right now, there's that little 10 or 12 footer. You won't miss too many of those. Break. Years ago, it was always a now they're calling him. I was coaching the Knicks, Don. I used to scream like that at least 5 times a game.
Heinsohn now.
Bob, describe the changes in basketball from the time you were one of the best to play the game to the period that you were coach and finally to being an NBA analyst.
I guess it was more simple when we played, and I think, frankly, I was going to say the coaches have complicated it. I'm not sure. That's probably an easy answer. That maybe it's a reflection of some of their insecurities, because the game has become much more structured and much more disciplined. The transitional part of the game, which I grew up with, we featured on those great Celtics teams, even in college. At every level, most of the offenses that were being played were transitional in nature. If you had to go controlled in terms of half-court sets and calling plays or systems, you did that if the fast break or the transition part of the game didn't work. Now that's completely reversed. Even on a professional level, everything is kind of by design. And in my humble judgment, the game is a game of free flow. The option to the play, for instance, works better than the play itself in basketball. The defense tells you, the offensive player or the point guard, what to do, what to create, what to develop, etc. So we don't see this as much anymore. There are 29 teams in the NBA. Perhaps 4 of them are focusing on some degree of the transitional game. Most of them, the coaches like to jump up and hold up fingers every time down. Well, obviously, if you have to stop and see what the coach wants you to do offensively, forget the transition game. You know, it's not going to happen. Obviously, as an old-timer, I would make a strong argument in any forum that the transitional part of the game should be in every coach's arsenal on any level.
If I were arguing my case in court, I'd say I'd put my creative instincts against anybody who's ever played the game, frankly, and how I saw the floor. And all we did was run. We didn't have any freaking plays. We had 6 plays, and if we never called them, Al Back was a happy camper. That meant we blew their doors off with the transition game. And that's what, but each time down in transition, the scenario changes, and you, the point guard, have to adjust and do obviously what's best to achieve your goal. Put the ball in the hole, give it to someone, make scores out of the other 4 people, all that. And so I would not take a back seat. I think that obviously was my strength.
The successful teams are all team-oriented, Dan, because the game can't be played without 5 guys. Well, actually, it's, again, in my judgment, it's a 7 or an 8-man game. So you have to integrate 5 or 8 people together and doing it in a cohesive, unselfish manner in order to reach the top of whatever level you're at. The NBA or professional sports is also showbiz, so now that they've developed the high-profile players in basketball, especially, that are known literally all over the world, you know, obviously this is what we hear about, what the ESPNs and the sports channels of the world feature, because they know that you, the fan, if you're going to pay $80 to see grown men play a child's game, you want to relate to, and it's easier to relate to the Larry Birds or the Michael Jordans or whoever the high-profile guy at the moment is, than it is to perhaps selling a team. But the bottom line is the teams that are successful And also in the final analysis, I think what draws you, the fan, is the competitiveness of the two teams that you are going to see. Obviously, Celtics, Lakers, Celtics, Philadelphia, the rivalries change, but I think you've got to sell both. You've got to sell the individuals and the team, but the game is not successfully executed, played by, as I say, 6 or 7 or 8 people.
Real good outside one-handed shot, and he was a tremendous passer, particularly a tremendous long passer. A lot of times he could throw the ball the length of the court and still hit his man for a layup.
And the key thing about him was that he knew where to get to the ball. A lot of players are passers, but he could get you the ball where you needed to get it, and with the kind of velocity that you could handle.
No one ever dominated their sphere of expertise as completely as those Celtics teams did from about 57 to 69. There was 11 championships in 13 years. That has never been done before, and in my judgment will never be done again, given what you're referring to, all the distractions, all the money that these guys are being given today to play a child's game for 8 months, so that they're still every bit as determined, because they wouldn't be at that level, but there are so many distractions. They have financial security from the time for this lifetime, and if you believe in Shirley MacLaine, for the next 2 or whatever. So it's a declining motivational thing, They'll say to you, hey man, we got great pride and we want to be the best we can be, as we all do. But at some point when you wake up with that hangover and you got $40 million in the bank, it's easy to roll back on a pillow and not go to work and fight your ass off.
I will say simply that the deepest regret I have in leaving is no longer being able to share the camaraderie, esprit de corps, the common bond of competition, and the inspiration I've received in being captain of this team. I would feel as if we had never won a ball game. I would feel as if we had been bank clerks together, circus performers, or any occupation on the face of this earth, just as long as we could have participated together. I am thankful to you all for many, many things, but most of all, for accepting me as your captain and friend, which has meant a great deal to me. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you wonderful, wonderful fans of New England that have given the Celtics and myself such continued sincere support. You have been so helpful and contributed to our success in so many ways. You have written me congratulations when we've been successful. You have written letters of good cheer and sympathy when I've been hurt, and also letters of encouragement when I've been depressed or in a slump. I only hope that my playing has in a small way served to repay you for your many kindnesses.